Hi Scorpio, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot Extended Tarot reading for November 2023. Now, October's extended was really giving an indication that you are aligned, you are ready to go forward. It is Scorpio season. You are feeling you are charging forward. Carpe diem, Scorpios, okay? This is also ruled by water, Cancer energy. Big momentum, big change. Not everybody embraces change. So a little fun fact, give a little leeway with it when it comes to statistics because, statistics, it depends on who's doing the statistics. But there are statistics that show that only about 25% of the collective are hardwired for change, okay? And I do believe that a lot of that is water energy. We go with the flow, wind and water definitely are the most go with the flow energy. And so this is really that idea of some of us are just we're ready for change. We're ready to constantly experience something new. Not everybody has that, okay, Scorpios? So in this time of chaos and rapid change, rapid movement, make sure to center in your heart and really, feel your place in the universe, but also with some love, okay? And this is like, a kind, nurturing energy to give to other people who might be struggling. Now, it's not saying you need to go down into the hole and dig them out, if you will. But it's just saying that be mindful that not everybody is embracing the fast-moving change, shift in paradigms that we are currently experiencing. So that came out right away, but you have all that inside you, but you're really being guided. And what a wonderful time too with Scorpio season and the change over from the end of October to November, that Taurus lunar eclipse. I mean, that really illuminated a lot, didn't it? We had Pluto that turned direct in October. Powerful secrets being revealed, okay? And these secrets, unfortunately, they can really change the direction of a lot of people's lives, all right? But don't get stuck in your thoughts, okay? And don't get stuck in thoughts of the other people. Really, this is a time to just stay centered with yourself, okay? Keep moving forward, really utilizing your wonderful Scorpio energy, but you are in the flow of abundance, okay? You are unstoppable. I think it's Sia, that song that I'm unstoppable today. That's really, I'm just getting, you're unstoppable, all right? And so keep with the momentum, okay? That chariot was reminding you, this momentum, you got to keep it going, all right? We can't just pull back into our shadow and delve into escapism to ride the quote high of that momentum. We got to keep moving forward, all right? Just keep swimming, because November is really a month that is going to see how well we integrate the challenges and changes that were brought with the eclipse season. Now, a reminder that Taurus eclipse was a culmination of about a year and a half. Since 2021, we have been experiencing some themes specific to the culmination that happened with that Taurus partial lunar eclipse, and a lot connected to childhood, okay? And so sometimes too, this childhood nostalgia, it can be our shadow trying to keep us safe, right? Pretending things are okay when they're not. And I just feel though that you have really learned your lessons when it comes to that. So, yeah, I'm just so excited for you. So let's get a little bit about the astrology, okay? So again, so you're going to be challenged, right, with seeing if and this is for the collective, not just specific to Scorpios, but the collective is really being asked to put up or shut up, I guess, really, okay? So the things that you would say you're aligned with, the path that you're moving on, are your actions and your words and your thoughts in the same realm of this, okay? And so reminder to tune out the chaos, tune out the outer chaos, and focus on what you are working towards, okay? The more you can work hard and pay attention to the details, like I said, there's just a really strong sense because, yeah, you're in your season. You want to celebrate. And I'm a water sign. I get it. Like, escapism is kind of one of our shadow traits, right? When things are going great, like, we just want to, like, finally, and just rest. It's not the time for resting, okay? It's the time really to stay focused, because while we have been going through all of this stuff since that Capricorn full moon, specifically with the shadow really being illuminated, not only ourselves, but collectively, we also, it's been tough, okay? But now we're in a place where we're still going to be questioned and guided from the universe, but we're getting more support, energetic support, okay? So it's been, you know, a big transformation. And if you look back at the summer, I mean, reflect back on the themes that were going on in the summer, okay? And then see where it's taken you, because you're really connected to your deepest motivations. And how wonderful is that? So we have Saturn and Neptune in Pisces in November, okay? And the theme of this is to work hard and have compassion. So like I said, because you're a water element, you really want to make sure you're mindful of this, not this big shift in paradigm change is not easy for everybody, okay? And to a reminder of the power of water, all right? And so, like, you don't need to go and meet somebody's vibration down here. You stay at your vibration and being an example, you know, setting your intentions, healing the inner child, the collective inner child, right? Really focusing on the importance of nurturing development globally, right? So anyway, so hard work and compassion are the themes of this. And so that's why I said you really need to stay focused on work, okay? And not just like your paycheck work, the work of shifting in the era of liberation that we're entering. Because you really also, you got to take responsibility and remember that there's cause and effect, okay? But yeah, balancing your spirit and your shadow is going to be a wonderful, I think that's really, if there's going to be a challenge for you, like when it comes to those challenges and integrating this new energy, your challenge is going to be the balance of your spirit and your shadow, okay? So you might have temptations, right? Like I said. And you might just want to have this 10 of Cups energy and just relax and, you know, take the day off, if you will. But I'm just getting a strong indication now is not the time. So Saturn stations direct on November 4th, okay? It's been retrograde since June 17th. So take a look at the theme since June 17th, all right? And see how you can pinpoint where this has been shifting for you. Because it's been turning at things around since that time. But it's sparking a lot of creative inspiration, and that is wonderful for an artistic sign like you, Scorpio, okay? Then we also have Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, which indicates lucky breaks. And who doesn't want a lucky break right now, right? Energetically. So reminder too, that Taurus lunar eclipse, full moon. Energetically, we're all exhausted. And so that's why, like, we all have to use that 9 of Wands energy of knowing that we have the strength and reserve to keep pushing through, okay? And what's wonderful about this Jupiter and Taurus and Uranus energy is that it's just giving us a hint of what's to come in spring 2024, okay? So you're going to notice some synchronicities. You're going to notice things falling into place and these, you know, quote, lucky breaks, if you will. And this is just a hint. So for instance, if you get this connection or you get this opportunity, or like, I'm getting like the sense of like you meet somebody in networking and it's exactly in the industry you want, or you meet this person and it's exactly the relationship you want, but it doesn't come to fruition right away. Please be patient, because it's a glimpse of what is coming in spring 2024, okay? And then we have, of course, a new moon in your sign of Scorpio on November 13th. So this is a reminder of that balance of your shadow and your spirit, because the theme of this new moon is taking big risks. Now, when our shadow is taking the lead, those risks can unfortunately put us back in toxic patterns and behaviors, and that's not what we need to move forward, okay? So please be mindful, because you're going to want to charge forward passionately, but you want to make sure you're doing it from this liberated sense of your shadow not trying to pull you back, okay? And a reminder, your shadow isn't bad or evil. It's just trying to keep you safe. It's that scared child that even if, you know, something isn't good for them, if it's something that they know, you find comfort in that. So gonna swing it back to what I said in the beginning. If 25 to 30% of society is hardwired for change, the other 70, like the other, I'm terrible at math, 75 to 80%, no, 75 to 70% of society, even if something isn't good, the comfort of knowing what to expect is enough to stay in really toxic, like really bad cycles, okay? And so it's unfortunate, but when you can put it in perspective of just human conditioning and the psyche and seeing how it's not easy for everybody to deal with these heavy influences, okay? You're really going to tap into some power that you can use to help the collective, okay? So I think that spark of inspiration you're going to get is really going to motivate you to take that big risk, but just make sure that your energy, again, is lined in the liberation of that inner child, and that inner child being able to feel safe and enjoy life, okay? Then end of the month, Scorpio season ends and Sagittarius season begins on November 22nd. And then we also have a full moon in Gemini, November 27th. The key highlight of this is difference of opinions and knowing that if we're going to move forward as a collective, we need to accept difference in opinions to coexist, okay? Liberation, there is no room for oppression, right? And again, that it's all a part of that Capricorn paradigm that's crumbling, and we're seeing its shadow, okay? We're seeing the shadow of that paradigm, top-down authoritative energy, us versus them. There's not enough pie for everybody, even though one person has like 98% of the pie, you know? So it's that kind of energy that we know is not serving us collectively. So please embrace that. You don't have to agree with somebody to accept their opinion if they're not wishing any ill will on somebody else, okay? So we just really got to we really got to stay out of the polarities and really focus on intentions, all right? And people's intentions, and then those intentions connected to actions and words spoken. All right, but yes, Scorpios, I mean, it's your season, so please embrace that energy and do all you can to really replenish your emotional well-being, okay? Okay, so I think that's all of the astrology. Oh, but just going back, I always link Pam Gregory's free birth chart in every video description. So the planets, I'm sorry, not the planets, but, well, also there's planets to pay attention to, but the signs I want you to pay attention to are obviously Scorpio and Pisces, Taurus, Sagittarius, and Gemini. So see what houses and what planets are ruled by those signs, okay? Because that's where you're going to be affected most significantly. And a reminder, this is a big turning point month, okay? Okay. I think that is enough of the pre-shuffle. So perfect. All right, you're getting a lot of justice. So if you also have a lot of Libra in your chart or a Libra in your life, I'm getting the focus to check on your Libra friends. That's really that's the message that just came in. Check on your Libra friends, okay? They might not be doing so great. And you know, I just got done with Libra's reading, and they have a lot of heavy energy. So Libras, you know, we just got done with Libra season. That Libra new moon elevated us right to this level of feeling that liberation coming in. And Libras really just got dragged back down with that eclipse, okay? So check on your Libra friends, all right? And make sure they're good. Send them your love. And the most important thing too is you can't can't change people. People have to change for themselves, but you can always be a guide, okay? So let's see what we got for Scorpios for November 2023. Yeah, look who's at the bottom. Discard any beliefs that no longer serve you, release, transform, and show, because then you can be the example people need to see, okay? Be the change you wish to see in the world, right? Okay, let's get into it. Fantastic. Perfect. Oh, amazing. Scorpios, you're just on fire, I'm telling you. Okay, so the overall theme and energy for the month of November 2023 is the Page of Cups. Now, this is that inner child, right? Your focus is really on your inner child and the emotional fulfillment of that inner child, okay? So a reminder, when your shadow takes the lead, sometimes we get that emotional fulfillment from toxic patterns, habits, you know what I mean? So just really pay attention to that, okay? You're really going to be, like, the veil is definitely lifted, and you are so in touch with the collective. I'm really getting you're in touch with the collective unconscious inner child, like the emotional collective unconscious. Okay, so take that how it resonates. But we're going to touch back on this in just a little bit. So if you do have children too, the pages do relate to children, so, or younger energy. And pages or court cards in general are generally people that we know, okay? And so it's interesting because you go from the Page of Cups at the beginning of the month to the Knight of Wands at the end of the month. So I'm really getting this direction of being you, okay? And there being some sort of elevation in your life. Okay, so we're gonna dive into it more. So just had to get that off the bat though, because it came pretty clearly. All right, now what you need more of is the Six of Coins. So the Six of Coins is ruled by Moon and Taurus, okay? You really need to contemplate your relationship with money and know the good karma that comes with being at the top. So, you know, yes, the coins are related to the material world. They're also related to health. So I'm really taking this related to that cup. I'm taking you here with this coin, and this is the like mental clarity you're giving to these are the people who aren't hardwired to change, and this is you, and you're giving them these, you know, tidbits of information, or again, just you living your life at your fullest potential is giving them that knowledge, and they might not even, they subconsciously might be taking it in, okay? But whatever this is, take it how it resonates. But I'm getting this as you really helping people in that shift, okay? So this is interesting. So the Four of Swords in this position, like I told you, we got to get to work. Like Libra's got this too. Like, you know, Britney Spears, you better work, you know, because now you don't need to rest any more than you are. We don't need to overthink anything. We have enough time in silence, and we really need to just get out there, because again, that's your end of the month is going out there, okay? So please, if you're feeling a need to escape, if you will, now is not the time, okay? November is not the time for that. If you're feeling run down, of course you need to rest, but is there things that you can do, you know, during that rest time? Because there's a concept of following the path of least resistance, which, yes, you are guided to follow the path of least resistance, but sometimes resistance is there right when you're about to push through something, okay? And that's the resistance that's connected to your shadow. That's the resistance that wants to keep you safe in the comforts of what you know, okay? That is the resistance that keeps you down here and not up here, okay, Scorpios? Now, the King of Wands in this position is interesting because this is the King of Wands rules, you know, your passions, your creativity, your drive. And you're so passionate about what you know, okay? Like I said, you're so in tuned to the collective. You're so passionate about what you know that you want to share it with everybody, okay? Like an influence, you know, I'm getting like an influencer, right? You can't push it on people, all right? That's the indication I'm getting, because it is hard. Like when we have this knowledge and we want to share it with the world and it's people aren't resonating with it, and it's like we want to try even more to put it in their faces sometimes. And so we got to take a step back when it comes to that. And so like I said, so much of this is related to not the 3D physical world as much as you applying yourself energetically, creatively, but more in a space of doing it for yourself. And that's when the collective is really going to gravitate towards it, okay? All right, now the Two of Coins in this position is balancing a lot, right? Now, if you're feeling, because again, I'm going back to that idea of like escapism. If you're feeling like you can't handle it, you can, okay? So if there are things like a reminder, these challenges and opportunities and lucky breaks, they're all coming in November. If it is aligned with where you're trying to go, the universe is telling you, you can handle it, all right? Sometimes we need to take things off our plate. Sometimes we just have enough. And then there's other times where we're getting more and we are building our resilience to take us to the next level, okay? So you can change and accept that you can handle it, all right? And the Star, I love. The Star is in this position. We really need to accept that Aquarian age is upon us, okay? And wishes do come true. So, you know, a big theme for you in the summer and early fall was this feeling like things were going too well. And this idea that like the rug's going to be pulled out from underneath you. So I'm getting some, and again, this is related to your shadow, okay? And so I'm getting this lingering idea of that. But you really have to believe this is here. This is that Capricorn paradigm. You really do have to believe and accept that the age of Aquarius is here, okay? Regardless of what is happening with that shadow side of the Capricorn paradigm. You need to accept that we're here, okay? And like I said, so when you're helping people, you can't pull down here. You have to stay up in this energy, all right? And you can't do it by putting too much into this. You have to keep your distance. You can't, like I said, you just can't force it, okay? It's not meant to be forced right now. And the only way to really get what you want is to just stay focused on the work ahead. But this is what's so fantastic. You're ending, sorry, excuse me. I have a random itch on my foot all of a sudden. You're ending the month with the Knight of Wands. And so remember, the Knights are impulsive. The Knights are like that teenager energy. But like I said, with this emotional refillment, replenishment, and allowing yourself to just enjoy who you are, to be free and liberated with being comfortable with who you are, no matter how other people have seen you, no matter how much your shadow built because people told you you can't, you know, act that way or talk that way or dress that way, you know, or believe in that. You are comfortable with who you are. And so I am seeing this as the progression of you, Scorpio, okay? Because you are so connected to that inner child, it is taking you to a place where you are going to just seize the day. Like I said, that chariot popping out was important. Keep that momentum going, all right? Because the Knight of Wands seeks out new experiences to make them feel alive. Now, reminder though, because we're switching from Scorpio season, death, rebirth, and transformation to that Sagittarius season, you know, going out there and living life to the fullest, we have to make sure that we pay attention to our shadow side and that we don't repeat toxic cycles. Because a reminder, November is really about testing us on whether or not we are going to stay the course on this liberated path of the Aquarian age, of the Judgment era, okay? So if there's anything, I really just think that's the biggest a challenge, if you will. And it came out at the beginning and it's coming out again. It's your shadow, okay? And I'm a fellow water sign. I get it, right? You can enjoy yourself without excess, okay? Know thyself and nothing in excess. Sounds easy, but it's the hardest thing to do. All right, so let's see what past life energy is going to help guide Scorpios for November 2023. What past life energy is going to help? Ooh. Okay. Now, did you see where this fell? Accepting the Aquarian age, all right? Atlantis, I love this. Okay, so let's clarify this here. In high water. Okay. Your lifetime in ancient Atlantis is affecting your current situation. You have soul memories of an idyllic civilization that offered every imaginable wonder. There's a longing for the utopia that you unconsciously remember and which you know is possible in this world. Oh my God, I can't believe how connected this is. Your soul also remembers the tragic ending of Atlantis, and you may have developed phobias about the ocean as a result. Although you love the sea, perhaps you prefer not to go swimming or sailing. You also recall how the majority of Atlanteans were peaceful, loving people, with the exception of a few political leaders who misuse crystal power to the detriment of all. So you may be extra sensitive to issues relating to political corruption in this lifetime. Okay, Scorpios. What did I say about that fear? You know, that fear of the rug being pulled. This is huge. The hairs on my arm are standing up, Scorpios, because this has been a shadow theme of yours that has been coming with you into each reading for a while now. So that fear, that phobia, it's coming from actually living it, experiencing. Your inner child knows what it feels like, okay? And you're not crazy, okay? Wow, this is the most clear cut I've ever seen. I mean, a lot of people have been getting very distinct clear cut, but man. And so that's where, okay, so yes, that's where like you might have this urge to passionately express the corruption, the shadow side of the Capricorn paradigm that is connected to the people, the political figures in this Atlantean age that misused the power. You're seeing that. So it's riling up your feathers because subconsciously you know what happened, okay? But you have to have faith that this is a different paradigm. All right. Wow, that is amazing. Okay. So let's see what empowering question is going to help Scorpios. I think this is probably your most important message of the year. And you've had a lot of important messages, but this is definitely one for, and I mean, it's Scorpio season. So of course, a message that clear cut is going to come in your own season, right? Okay, so let's get an empowering question for Scorpios for November 2023. Scorpio message. All right. Empowering question for Scorpios. Also, too, because there's the 2 coins, the 2 dolphins, the 2 hands down here. Yeah, really focus on that inner child and what that inner child wants, okay? All right, so your empowering question is, what larger entity am I a part of? What larger entity am I a part of? Yeah, you're going to have a lot of influence, okay? All right, so let's get a crystal card for Scorpios. Let's pull some crystal energy. Well, that was easy for Scorpios for 2023. And it landed on It landed on your Atlantis card, and it is opal, which is amazing. It can be expensive. So if you happen to have any opal around, carry it with you. Take a screenshot of this card, put it next to your, put it on your phone as your like homepage. Wear these colors, incorporate these colors, into like a work of art that you look at, while you're connected to like whatever you're passionate about, right? But it's emotional magnification. Emotional magnification, all right? So a reminder, you might be getting, not might, you will be getting some challenges from your shadow, okay? And again, this challenging of who you are, right? Because it's from childhood, it's from past lives. This idea of testing, do you really believe that? Or do you really, just this constant thing, and it's going to trigger this need to kind of exert your authority over yourself, if you will. And we don't need to do that, okay? So like I said, really just stay focused on the balance of your shadow and your spirit. Move forward. Know that these challenges are here to accept you for exactly who you are, because you are amazing just the way you are, okay? Yeah, what's that one song? Like something just the way you are. You're perfect just the way you are. Is that a song? Girl, you are perfect just the way you are. Yeah, anything you can do to remind yourself, because that's the problem, is we always look outward to have reassurance in the 3D world. We look for praise, we look for acceptance, we look for money, we look for gifts of some sort, right? Like a reward that's going to confirm that we are exactly who we need to be. But that confirmation has to come from you, Scorpios. That confirmation it's you, right? And like I said, this is an evolution, and it's taking you, when we get to Sagittarius season, I mean, it's gonna be fast moving and super liberating and empowering. And so like you going through this in your season and then being able to transform that into Sagittarius season at the end of the month, and accepting the difference of opinion to move forward, life-changing, okay? Okay, so we're going to get one clarifier for Scorpios for November 2023. Can I get one clarifier for Scorpios for November 2023? If you know what song that is, if you're perfect just the way you are, I think that's what it's called. All right, Scorpio clarifier, November 2023. All right, so you got two clarifiers, which make perfect sense. So first, there it is. First, you got the Four of Pentacles, okay? Or the Four of Coins, if you will, too. And you really want, so funny, because the message of the Four of Coins is connected to the message of the Six of Coins, all right? And they both are asking that you contemplate your relationship with money. And then underneath it is the King of Coins, the King of Pentacles. And this is having patience, okay? So that impulsive behavior, I'm getting this too now with that new moon in Scorpio, that new moon in your sign. That impulsive behavior is going to be on hyperdrive for your energy because it's in your sign. So please be mindful, okay? Please believe that the universe will provide and have the confidence in knowing it. He doesn't question where, he knows. Look at, that's somebody who's not worrying about how they're going to manifest. They just know that they're manifesting it. They're not starting arguments with other people to try and justify that they deserve what they deserve. They just know that they deserve it and they get it, right? So that's really the focus I'm getting here, is have the patience to know it's all coming together, Scorpios. And like I said, whatever this fear, the rug being pulled out from underneath you, do that shadow work. Even if you can watch some videos, related to Atlantis, or like movies that are inspired by Atlantis themes or mythology, all right? Yeah, this is amazing, Scorpio. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, comment, and share with people that you think it might resonate with. Also, subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot so you get notifications of when new videos pop up. Definitely check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a more in-depth look at the month ahead. And if there's a particular planet you need some clarity on, check what sign rules that planet in your chart and watch that corresponding video. Also, that works with the houses too. If there's a particular house that you are struggling with in your chart, I would watch that video as well. I always link Pam Gregory's free birth chart in every video description in case you don't know what signs rule what planets and houses in your chart. But Scorpios, you got this, you know, just be mindful of that shadow and ride into the end of the month fully embracing your energy. Oh, you know what? That's actually, I'm sorry. Yeah, fully embracing your energy. Guess what this is ruled by? You, Scorpio. You're going to feel yourself. That liberation, that judgment era, it's upon you, okay? Enjoy the ride, all right? Have a wonderful month.